Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am so excited to film this and show you guys how to do a smokey eye because I've had a ton of requests. So if you guys want this look, then just keep watching. So for starters, I'm going to be using my Smashbox primer, the one and only. I love this stuff and you guys will learn that if you go and buy it because I promise you, you will agree with me. So let's prime the face. I'm trying a new foundation for you guys today that I am super excited about. You can also use this face primer like over your eyelids if you want to, because I know sometimes buying like an eyelid primer is unnecessary. Okay, so today we're going to go in with the Born This Way foundation. I'm so excited to be using this. I've actually used it a couple times, but I have a spray tan, so you know, as you can tell, my face and neck do not match, but with this foundation, it matches and it looks good. In the shade Golden Beige, I do have a golden undertone, in case you did not know. And this color seems to match me okay. So I'm going to take my Morphe brush. This is the JH03, so this is part of the Jaclyn Hill set. And I'm just going to dab into that foundation and start buffing it out all over my skin. And as you can tell, it does match really well with my skin or with my neck. So just make the two match. Today I'm going to be using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I'm in the shade Light Sand, and honestly I really need to go up a shade because, let's be real, it's a little pale. But I'm just going to put a little dab there. Because a little goes a long way. Remember that, okay? You'll thank me later. So I'm going to take my damp beauty sponge and go underneath my eye, just dabbing lightly. Okay, so once we have put the concealer, I'm going to make sure there ain't no like places. Once we have put the concealer on, we can set it with the Revolution powder. It's the Luxury Baking Powder in Banana. Love this stuff if you're not wanting to spend a lot of money on the Laura Mercier translucent powder. Okay, so we will just dip our brush into the loose powder to set our under eye concealer. Now I will tell you, a smoky eye is like not something that I do a lot of just because I don't think it looks good on my eyes, which you can totally be honest with me and let me know like once it's done. Like, yeah girl, Destiny, you can rock the smoky eye, or you know, you've had better looks. Won't hurt my feelings. Okay, so now that we have set the face, now we can go in and bronze up the skin. So I'm going to be using my Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula. Love this stuff. And I'm going to be using, I have been loving this brush here recently doing my bronzer because I used to use a big like fluffy brush. But this brush is the bomb. So it's angled and it's part of the Jaclyn Hill Morphe set. Imagine. And it is the JH04, okay? And we're just going to go under the cheekbone and warm up the cheeks. Now we'll go up on the forehead, bronze it up. Under the chin. Do our blush. So I'm going to use a different palette today. This is the Lorac palette, Q the Confetti. So you will see these shades and it's really pretty. They're all matte except this one. This has a little shimmer to it and it's more of a bronze color. And since we are doing a smoky eye, I kind of want the cheeks to kind of stand out, you know, but still like be natural. Like I don't want it to be like these bright pinks down here. So we're going to mix this and this color together. This is Spotlight and Tingle. And mix the two and go on the hollows of the cheeks. And this palette has really pretty pigmentation. So yeah, now we're ready. Okay, let's go ahead and fill in these eyebrows because, honey, they need it. Okay, so using my Anastasia Beverly Hills brow definer in the shade Blonde, I'm going to take the spoolie side and just brush out my brows first. So I'm going underneath the brow, making a straight line. This just shapes the brow. And then going to the top and doing the same thing. And like that, the brows are done. Okay, so now that we have the brows done, we can now start on the eyes, the fun part. Okay, so before we start, I just want to say that I'm trying to make this as simple as possible, so I'm trying to stick to like one palette during all of this, and I really couldn't think of a better one than the Kylie Cosmetics, the bronze palette, because you have all your transition shades, little shimmer if you want to add it, and then you have your smoky down here, okay? So that's the colors that we're going to be working with. We are going to take a fluffy brush, and we're going to take that white color and just put it all over the lid. Okay, so once we have the white all over the eyelid, we can just begin the crease. So I'm just going to use this color in the palette, and we are just going to dab that same fluffy brush and just go in the crease, going from side to side, circle over, circle back, side to side, circle over, circle back. So we're going to start here, going back and forth, circle motions, just to work that color in evenly. I really need to get a better backdrop for you guys to stare at, because we're in my bathroom, because this is where my vanity is, this is where the good lighting is, and yeah, so you do what you can, right? So we're just working that color in. Okay, so once we've got that done, we are going to go all over the eyelid with this color in the palette, and we're just going to take that same fluffy brush, and we're just going to dab this all over the eyelid. Just like so. Okay, so after you have done that, we're going to put the eyeshadow down for just a second, and you're going to pick up a pencil black eyeliner. Or it can be like a mechanical, it doesn't matter. Just a black eyeliner that's not like liquid. I don't really tend to like to use liquid for a smoky eye. But I will take my pencil and I'm just going to line. I'm not being real precise. And I'm just going to darken that lash line. And I'm going to bring it up a bit, because we're going to take a brush and kind of buff that out. Because, well, okay. So once you have put your eyeliner on, we are going to take a brush, any kind of flat brush that you know that will move the product around just to buff it out. So we're just going to take that brush and just kind of buff it up. Just make sure it's not so harsh. So I'm just going back and forth, just moving it up. I'm going to take the same palette and we are going to work our way up now. So we're going to go with this dark brown and we're going to more down toward the lid. So get any kind of dense brush that you can find, just so that you can just dab, because we're not really rubbing. So taking that brown shade, dark brown shade in the palette, I'm gonna go down here to the bottom of my eye and start working it up. But you're not going above your crease. You are staying low on the lid. You're not going above your crease where we put that crease color in at the beginning. You are staying as low as you can, and you can build it up. A smoky eye and eyeshadow is all about building. So little by little, just dab your brush in every so often. Dab it if you feel like the product is lessening on your brush. Just dab a little more and just keep building. Okay, so once you feel like you've got a good amount on your eyelid, I want you to take a brush without anything on it, and where maybe like the brush has came up, I just want you to just circle that around. You're just buffing it out, because again, we don't want any harsh lines. Keep that same brush, and I want you to dive in to this orange color, but we are not going to tap that really hard and into the product as much. So we're just going to dab a little, go right in your crease, and we're going to do a circle motion. This is just blending that eyeshadow out so we do not have harsh lines, and this is transitioning that dark to your lighter color going up, because we do not want to go dark up, we want to go darkest down. Okay, so we're lightening it up and we are creating that transition. Okay, so now going another side. Okay, so now when you have got that step done, you may have some fallout, so I'm just going to take a brush and just swap away. That way I don't get any product on my concealer. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go underneath and kind of smoke it out. So I'm just going to take a flat definer brush just like this, and I'm going to dive into that brown color. So we're just going to dive into that dark brown shade that we used on the top and work our way underneath. Now that we have that brown shade under the eye, now we can go in and just start buffing it out with a different shade. So I'm just going to take this shade in the palette and just kind of give it more dimension with that same brush and just working it underneath the eye. So now I'm just going to take a brush and just kind of buff all that out underneath the eye. Okay. And once I have done that, we are really finished with the bottom. Now you can put a dark eyeliner in the waterline, or you can do a white color. If your eyes are really big, then you can put a black eyeliner on the waterline, but I tend to stay, like if I'm doing a client that has smaller eyes, then you might want to stay away from darkening the waterline and maybe just add like a white. So I will take that same pencil black eyeliner and go in my waterline. Okay, so now we can just take this small brush and go in with this light shade in the palette and highlight our eyebrow bone. and go in the inner corner. So now that that is done, I want to go ahead and further contour my face. So I'm going to take the Tarteist Pro Glow palette and I'm going to go in with that contour shade with this small Real Techniques brush and just kind of draw out my contour. Go under the cheekbone, give myself some defined cheeks. Under the jaw. I'm going to take a brush with no product on it and dive into the sculpting shade and contour the side of my nose. So I'm going to go down and up to the eyebrow and back down. Okay, then I'm going to take it and go underneath the lip, just to make that a lip here bigger. Now we can go ahead and just finish the eye. So let's just add some mascara. Let's curl the lashes. You will notice that I do not wear fake lashes. It has to be like a special occasion. I use Lash Boost, so my lashes are naturally grown. So I tend to stick to that. So I'm just going to use the L'Oreal Voluminous Superstar Red Carpet Black. It's two-sided. I've used it before. So I'm going to prime my lashes first. Look super creepy. Now that we are basically done with the eyes, we will go in with our lips. So today, since we went all bold with our eye, I kind of want to go and tone the lips down a bit. So I'm just going to take this lip liner from Clinique. It is in the shade Intense Cafe. After I have lined the lips, then I'm going to take this Smashbox. It is Always On liquid lipstick in Fair Game, and I love it. It is like the prettiest nude, and it dries matte, so that's what I love because it stays on my lips better. Kind of looks white, so you want to put a little on first, let it dry, and you can buff it out. Then I'm going to put a gloss over top. It is the Estee Lauder lip gloss in Reckless Bloom. It smells like cupcakes. So I'm just gonna put that over top. Okay, so before we are almost done. We're almost done. We are going to highlight the face. So I'm going to be using this Anastasia highlighter illuminator. So I'm going to use the Jacqueline Hill collection brush in the JH09. The tip of the nose, over the bridge. So once that is done, let's spray the face and set everything. So I'm going to set my skin with the Urban Decay setting spray. This is the All Nighter setting spray. And that completes the look. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that this was a helpful video for you guys to watch. And I will see you in my next video. Bye. This small brush and go ahead and go in and I'm going to take the Tarteist Pro Glow. So I'm going to take the Tarteist Pro Glow.